It's time for your reject spring training, as today we're going to play through February and through March until we reach the start of the regular season, as we'll be able to get a glimpse into the future of how bad this team is actually going to be for this first season. So for starters, really quick, if you did miss last episode, I will go over the players that are initially on this rejects roster. First of all, in right field, we have Tim Tebow, Jeff Francoeur. Center fielders, Grady Sizemore, Rocco Baldelli, Rick Gainkill, and Kyler Murray. Left fielder, we have Willie Mo Pena. Shortstop, Johnny Manziel. At third base, we do have Chris Davis. Second base, Russell Wilson. At first base, we have Mark Reynolds and Ryan Howard. At catcher, Pablo Sandoval. Our closer is going to be Jake Peavy. Relievers, Clay Buchholz, Tayron Guerrero, which was an original Miami Marlin, but he's going to remain on this team in the bullpen for now, at least for spring training. Matt Bush, Daniel Bard, Hayden Roberts, and also, last but not least, Dinesh Patel and Riku Singh. And our starters, Tim Lincecum, Mark Pryor, Homer Bailey, Dice K, and Dontrell Willis. Now this episode's going to be extremely important because you guys are going to be voting on a ton of position battles and we'll be deciding who is going to be the opening day starter for your rejects at multiple positions, and you'll see those polls in the description box below. As the plan for this spring training is we're going to play the first game of spring training against the St. Louis Cardinals, as Tim Lincecum will get the start, and then we will sim until March 12th against the New York Mets and play one last game, and then we'll see how this team did during spring training, see how all the individual players did, and then together we will be able to ultimately make an informed decision on who we believe needs to be the starters in this team. And also in the description box below, I want you guys to decide whether or not I use face cam in this series. I'm not going to do so today, but you guys will decide whether I do that moving forward in this series. Some people like face cam for these series, some don't. I'll see what the majority wants, and that's what we will implement starting next episode and opening day. Now, one thing everybody has been asking for is the tryout players. And yes, we are going to have tryout players in this series, and that's going to start today, as we will sign our first tryout player for your Miami Marlins, for your rejects. And the way it's going to go in this series, if they don't make the team as voted by you guys, it will always be in a poll in the description box below. They'll just be sitting down to AAA. So they're always going to remain a part of the organization. If we do need a player, if a player does get hurt, they can be called right back up. But today's free agent is special, as suggested by you guys with the top thumbed up comment last episode. He's a legend. And keep in mind, players in this series are just signed to sell tickets. We got to sell tickets, so it's players that have been good in the past and they could potentially have a little bit left in the tank. And that guy is going to be signed 45-year-old, 68 overall Bartolo Colon, as Bartolo Colon has accepted, and at for bare minimum this spring training is gonna be in the starting rotation. All 5 of these guys will get a chance to start in this spring training. You guys will be able to see their final stats at the end of the episode. As it sent Bartolo Colon to our AAA affiliate, we're going to add this man to the 40-man roster, and at bare minimum for spring training is going to be in the starting rotation. Now, everybody in the starting rotation is going to be able to start throughout spring training, but for today's episode, since he is a tryout player, Bartolo Colon will start for the second game in today's episode, as we'll take out Homer Bailey just for now. But first, Tim Lincecum is going to start for us on the opening day of spring training, Bartolo Colon in the second game, as this is what your reject starting lineup is going to look like at the beginning of spring training. Once again, keep in mind, all these players are going to get playing time. And at the end of spring training, we'll look at everybody's stats, see how everybody performed, and we'll be able to vote on all the positions that do have a position battle and see who will be your opening day reject starter. So positions like probably left field, you also have first base, and there's a bunch of center fielders, so pretty much the whole entire outfield's up for discussion. And one thing I did forget to mention in the opening episode is the fact that in this series, DH is turned on for both leagues. So both leagues are going to have designated hitters. And you'll also be voting for the rotation in the description box below. So there's going to be a ton of polls. Guys, go get involved, but make sure you watch the rest of the episode to see how this team is actually going to look. As the general manager of this organization, we have some pretty unrealistic goals for the talent we do have. We're supposed to finish over 500 and reach the postseason within 3 years. Highly doubt that's gonna freaking happen because this team's god-awful. And player morale is pretty important when it comes to MLB The Show franchise. You see players like Pablo Sandoval is up to a 69 overall since he is ecstatic from a 65. Chris Davis is just happy he's on a freaking team and actually starting, so he's up +4 overall to a 69. But for some reason, there are some players. I think, for example, you have Homer Bailey, who is now down to just satisfied, which isn't hurting or helping his overall. I think he was ecstatic because he was in the starting rotation, but since we just moved him, he's down to 64 overall and only satisfied. We have a couple players that are mad for some reason. Ryan Howard is unhappy. Riku Singh, Kyler Murray, and Dinesh Patel are all unhappy. So hopefully throughout the spring training, they can at least be somewhat happy. As we did go and equipped all of our franchise sponsorships so we can get as much money as possible. Got Rawlings to sponsor us. We get $75,000 extra per save, $30,000 per stolen base from Adidas, $15,000 from Mizuno per double play. And also quickly, what I do need to show everyone is our AAA and AA roster. Reason being, because in the offseason, we traded away a ton of players and got a lot of young prospects in return. So a lot of old Marlins AAA and AA players that were a little bit older and maybe had some promise to actually be on the team got traded away, and we got some pretty young, decent players in return. So some of these players that we did get in those trades, you might see end up being a part of this organization later on, depending on whether or not they actually develop. A lot of pretty bad players. So not only does our major league team suck, our triple and double A teams aren't that good as well. I mean, some good players, some good potential, but it all depends whether or not they actually end up developing. Ranked dead last in the MLB. It's time to see how bad this team actually is going to perform. And guys, I have no idea, but I am excited to see how this team actually does this spring training as we head into the first game of your rejects, as we're gonna go retro today in our home 1993 uniforms, as we are going up against an 88 overall Miles Mikolas, as this is gonna be your starting lineup today. Chris Davis is in there, so is Tim Tebow to hit against that righty. William Opena, hopefully he can hit some bombs today. As guys, I just have no freaking idea. Why is Mark Pryor? Why is Mark freaking Pryor our DH? No. No. Get freaking out of here. That's a mistake. Ryan Howard comes in to be our DH. That's interesting, as it's time to embark on what is going to be an inevitably long and difficult journey. Baseball City, Florida, the home of your Miami Marlins spring training games. As boys, we're going to see how bad this actually is going to go. I'm actually excited to see how bad we actually are. Hopefully, somehow we can end up squeaking in some good performances throughout spring training. But look at them, taking the field for the first time in this series, boys. Breathe it in, take it in, as this is going to be a special series. As you see, the starting lineup of the St. Louis Cardinals going up against us today, as it's a little bit better than ours, to say the least. Tim Lincecum, 34 years old, a former Cy Young Award winner. Is Tim Lincecum going to be able to come out for your rejects, for your Miami Marlins, and show off at least a little bit of his former talent? Because we need everything we can take. Look at him. Legends. Gonna get him here. Outside slider. It's gonna be strike 3! Tim Lincecum sitting him down. As Tim Lincecum coming out looking like his former self, trying to prove everybody wrong. And I also wanted to show you guys the sliders in this game are just straight down 50-50. Already have Colton Wong to a 2-2 count. Can we sit the second straight batter down swinging? It's another foul ball. Fighting off pitches. Colton Wong, high and inside fastball. Let's sit this man down. Tim Lincecum, what a guy! 97 mile per hour. Tim Lincecum looking to come out strong. Where has this been in your career? Can we actually strike out this side? And it's a little dribbler. Pablo, get it. The former World Series MVP coming out slinging the rock to first base. As Tim Lincecum actually sat down the Cardinals 1-2-3. Look at them, your rejects. The first ever reject starting lineup. Grady Sizemore, Johnny Manziel, Mark Reynolds to lead off the bottom of the first inning, as we're going up against a pitcher that had an 18-4 record last year. Grady Sizemore, I believe in you, brother. 1-1 count, low fastball. That ball is hit. Not deep. It looked kind of deep, but it's not. Just a little pop-up to the center fielder, but at least we didn't strike out. In comes Johnny Manziel with his first ever professional at-bat. Full count for Johnny. Johnny gonna swing that one. Actually, some decent contact. Oh, almost warning track power. Here's Mark Reynolds, the power hitter. You know what we're going to do here? We're going to be power swinging. Against this guy, we swung with a ball that was 15 foot over our head. Strike 3, Mark Reynolds. He's known for striking out about 250 times a year. And there's his first of this season. Strike 3 again. Tim Lincecum with 3 strikeouts already. Dog, what is going on? Can he do it again? A 5th strikeout, he did it. His 4th strikeout of the game already. Tim Lincecum, man, starting off his rejects career on fire. That's going to be the first hit of the game, as there goes the no-hitter. Nice fastball. He's throwing the ball 97 miles per hour. As a little curveball here. It's going to get down, but of course the Panda, Pablo Sandoval, gets in front of it. As let's get our 5th strikeout of the game, Tim. Ooh, just outside. As here we are, high and inside. Let's get him. It's going to be a little pop-up. Mark Reynolds is going to be there as we remain scoreless through 1.5 innings. Willie Mo freaking Pena. I'm expecting this first at-bat, this ball, to go at least 500 foot. I'm expecting this one to go over that water tower out there. And that's actually going to be another out. Willie Mo Pena got to do better. As Chris Davis's first at-bat, this has been a good one. Full count. It's already been like an 8-pitch at-bat. And it was a home run. This ball is launched into orbit. And this one is going to be all warning track power again. Here he is. Timothy Tebow. It's going to be a little dribble to second base as Tim Tebow at least made okay contact, as that does it for your rejects. 1, 2, 3 again. Still hitless through 2. 1-2 count to Jose Martinez. Can we strike him out again today? It's another grounder, but another 1, 2, 3. Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel's the guy to commit the first error for your rejects. Ungoddamn believable, John. There it is. Strike 3 again. Colton Wong goes down swinging for the second time in this game. Is that his Tim Lincecum 6th strikeout through 3. This is the Tim Lincecum that we used to know and love. Ryan Howard, almost 40 years old, has a little bit left in the tank, he believes. As here he is, his first at-bat. This pitch, that's a dinger. That could be out. That could be the one. And it is a double. Not a home run, but our first hit of the reject series is an extra base hit for big Ryan Howard. A laser to right center field. Gets on base as your rejects looks to go on top here. Hit off the warning track. Another 5 foot, and that would have been your first dinger. But a hit nonetheless, as it's Russell Wilson's first at-bat. Try to get the first run scored. Little inside pitch. It's going to be a line drive out. As here he is, the Panda, with his first at-bat. Thick man, thick heart. This pitch, that's a little bit too high for my liking. Not deep enough to tag. As it looks like that leadoff double might be for naught. Grady Sizemore, we need a clutch hit. Do you have the clutch gene? Yes, he does! Nah, I think it's going to hang up. Oh, it's a hit! It gets down! That's our second double of the inning. Gets over the right fielder's glove. As, like, I think any actual right fielder with half a brain would have caught that. But we don't ask questions around here. Grady Sizemore with a laser. As I thought that right fielder was going to be able to catch it. Maybe it was hit hard enough. But your rejects actually go on top. 1-0. With some more potential damage to be made here. Johnny Manziel looking to make up for that error in the top of the 3rd inning. We need a hit. Foul ball. Can't believe the rejects have gone on top. But with that, Johnny Manziel strikes out. Swinging against the slider. But 1-0. Doubles from Ryan Howard and Grady Sizemore combine to score the first run in team history. Paul Goldschmidt, an MVP caliber player. Can Tim Lincecum sit him down, swing with the 12-6 curveball? No. But Johnny, this time around, cleanly going to field that with the throw. It's going to be an out. Not good. Not good at all. Yep, that's about to be a double. Maybe a ground rule double. No, it's not. Willie Mo Pena, not the fastest out there in left field. That could be a problem for us this season. That's the first hit, first extra base hit that is, for the Cardinals today. That's another hit, and that might be it, boys. That might be a tie ball game. Tim Tebow doesn't have the arm, as that is going to be a tie game. Cardinals finally strike, but does take into the 4th inning for it to be the case. Marcell Ozuna, the former Marlin himself. Oh, what a freaking story. The former Marlin, one of the reasons we've got ourselves in this predicament, ties the game up. But now 2-2 count. Paul DeJong, that's going to hit him. No, it doesn't. It's going to be a full count now. Let's limit this damage here. 3-2 count, the pitch, right down the middle. Strike 3. Now that's actually the 6th strikeout. I have to do bad math. But man, what a performance from Tim Lincecum thus far. Couldn't have really asked for much better. Curveball once again. This one is going to be another laser out in the right field. Tim Tebow comes up throwing the first base for some reason. But that's going to be another hit. As I think we're going to go ahead and get somebody warming up in the bullpen, because you don't want your starters to go way too long in spring training. Don't want anybody to get hurt. Just want them to get warmed up for the regular season. Clay Buchholz, going to get him up and warm. Oh, Yadier Molina up at the plate. 2-2 count. That's going to be a little dribbler to Chris Davis. Throw over to first base. Little high, but that does it. Damage was limited, as it's now a tied game going into the bottom of the 4th. As the Cardinals do bring in their reliever, Carlos Martinez, who went 8-0 on the year in relief with a 3.11 ERA, 5 saves. Willie Mopina with a laser into left field. Mark Reynolds struck out to start the inning, which is, I mean, we're going to expect a lot of that this season. Willie Mopina gets on base for the first time as a Marlin. Chris Davis with another laser. I don't think that's going to get down now, right to the center fielder. Man, Tim Tebow, can we keep this inning going? 3-1 count for Mr. Timothy. See if he can get on base here at the bare minimum. Pitch is going to be inside. He's going to roll over on it. Nice play from second baseman. For some reason, the second baseman went to the second base, and that was a little bit too crazy, but he got him out regardless, so that's the end of 4, still tied. As that's going to be another base hit. I think that's going to do it today for Tim Lincecum. I think we're going to go ahead and bring in Clay Buchholz, the reliever. As not a bad start by any means for Tim Lincecum. 6 strikeouts today. As we're going to bring in Mr. Clay Buchholz, see how he can do as a reliever for your rejects. A little pop-up. Can Timothy get there? It's drifting away from him. Tim Tebow, look at the range. Look at it. But unfortunately, the runner's going to tag up. He got to second base on a wild pitch. 2-2 to Colton Wong. Good eye from the second baseman, as he's already struck out twice today. Going to be a high and inside fastball. That's going to be fouled off from Colton Wong. You know what? Going to hit him with that curveball again. I think we've got him on the curveball every at-bat thus far. Not going to get him this time. Whoa, God! At least it's going to be an out. That was scary. But the Cardinals do take a 2-1 lead on the fielder's choice. Paul Goldschmidt strikes out, so Clay Buchholz does get the number 3 man. Ryan Howard with another laser into right field, as that right fielder has a little trouble fielding the ball out there, but that's a single from Ryan Howard, as he's been putting in some work today. Russell Wilson, little dribbler, that's actually going to easily be a double play. Going to give Clay Buchholz one more inning, but we're going to get both of the $1 million arm guys up and warming up in the bullpen. Woo! Clay Buchholz struck out 2 batters to end off the inning, so Clay Buchholz comes in, pitches 2 innings, not bad at all. As Johnny Manziel with nice contact, and that's going to get in the gap. That's going to be an easy double, and maybe even 3. We're going to go for 3 from Johnny Manziel, and Johnny Manziel is going to get down with a 1-out triple. Johnny Manziel starting off his professional baseball career with an extra base hit here in the 6th inning. As here once again is Mr. Mark Reynolds. He struck out twice today. We need some contact, and that's going to be a bomb! Mark Reynolds sends that ball over the left field fence as he struck out twice and hits a 2-run bomb for your rejects to take the lead 3-2. A 400-foot laser for Mark Reynolds. And as I was mentioning, man, Mark Reynolds is a guy that we can expect this season to either strike out or hit a home run. And that's a clutch bomb there to give us the lead. As I honestly did not expect that. That came out of nowhere. An absolute laser over the left field fence. Looking to get the pond out there. And that's going to be another hit. Willie Mopina with his 2nd hit of the game. Chris Davis, opposite field hit. That's going to get... Oh, I think he's going to... Yep, we sent the man. We sent the man by freaking accident. Willie Mopina He's getting on base. He's hitting well, but not the best of base running. As in comes Dinesh Patel, the 29-year-old reliever from India. He's only a 48 overall, so let's see if he can perform better than that. Not good. Not good at all. Looks like it's going to be potential extra base hit. Oh, God. Tim Tebow's out here diving. But thank God that guy in first base only has 18 speed. Full count to Yadier Molina. The curveball might dip down. It's not going to. Tim Tebow's going to be there for this for sure out. As that is not good at all. Kyler Murray, he's going to get there. Thank God we made that substitution. Kyler Murray with that speed out there in center field takes what could have been an extra base hit away from the Cardinal. As can Dinesh Patel get out of this inning without giving up any runs? I mean, they've had some nice contact against them. Jose Martinez up, as this is going to be a 2-2 count. Let's do a high and inside fastball here. It's going to be strike three from Dinesh Patel. An inning of scoreless work. Jeff Francoeur comes in for his first at-bat. He replaces Tim Tebow out in right field, but he's behind. We're actually even in the count now. 2-2. See if we can get on base here. It's going to be a nasty slider as Jeff Francoeur, guy who has been known to strike out a lot, strikes out again. Rick Ankiel comes in for Russell Wilson. We'll put Kyler Murray at second base and Rick Ankiel out in center field. He's ahead in the count here. 3-1. He's going to hit this ball, I think, a little bit too high. Warning track power almost. That's going to be an out for Rick Ankiel in his first at-bat as a reject. As also, Rocco Baldelli is going to come in at left field to replace Willie Mopina. As in comes in the other $1 million arm, Riku Singh, the lefty. See if he can pitch as well as his counterpart did. 2-2 count. First at-bat is going to be a leadoff single here. Can he sit down Paul Goldschmidt swinging here? 3-2 count. We're going to bring the curveball. It's going to be high. Johnny, what are you doing? Man, Johnny didn't even run after that. It's another single as the Cardinals have something to brewing here in the top of the 8th inning. Not good at all. As this time, I think Rick Ankiel is going to get under this one. Going to throw the ball to third base. So the runners are going to hold up as it's going to be one out now. We need a double play here. Marcell Ozuna up. 3-1 count. The former Marlin. He's going to hit into exactly what we needed. The double play. So another inning of scoreless work from the fellow Indian, Riku Singh. Him and Dinesh Patel having strong debuts for your Marlins. So after a scoreless bottom of the 8th, in he comes. Hayden Roberts, the 6-footer, 23-year-old, and my friend makes his Marlin and Major League debut technically here in spring training. Can he get us our first win of this series, although be it being spring training, and he sits them down swinging. First man he comes up against sits them down swinging as 2 outs to go for your first ever win here, as he couldn't catch up to that fastball, was right down the middle. 96, as that's going to be another single, as the St. Louis Cardinals aren't done yet. 1-2 count to Yadier Molina. Can we possibly get him to hit into a double play to end it? And right on cue. No way. Johnny Manziel, Kyler Murray, boom! Your rejects come out of spring training game number 1 with a win as Hayden Roberts closes out the first game, as Mark Reynolds, the MVP of this first game, with a 2-run laser to give us the go-ahead lead earlier on in the ball game, which ended up being the game-winning run, as we do win 3-2. As I believe Clay Buchholz does actually get the win today. Hayden gets the save. And crazy enough, dudes, we actually had 3 relievers, or actually 4 relievers come in and not give up a run. Not good! Not good at all! So I did not expect anything like this to happen. The first thing that happens when I click sim is that the Orioles have claimed Homer Bailey off waivers. So I guess that makes our starting rotation a little bit easier to put together, but still, that's not ideal. Oh God, we're 4-12. We're 4-12. We've only got 3 other wins technically since we got that first win. Just kidding. We started the spring training off 2-0, and then since then have gone 2-12. But at least spring training games don't matter, as we finally get to see big hefty Bartolo Colon, the future Hall of Famer, starting for us today. Here he is in all his glory. Bartolo Colon, 3-2 count versus Robinson Cano. Can he get him out? Strike 3, foul ball, anticlimactic. As did you guys see that guy fall over when it was not necessary at all? He's a little bit too scared for my liking. But full count this time. Gonna hit him with a slider inside. It's gonna be a little blooper, and Timothy's gonna be there. Mr. Tim. Just kidding! God dang it, Tim! God dang. As that might be a leadoff triple. No, it's gonna be a leadoff double. That might actually be an error, as that should have been caught. Oh man, not the best of starts here in Florida, as now runners are on the corners after the single. Strikeout would be huge here. 2-2 count, two-seamer. I don't think that's going to be deep enough for him to try to test him. He's not going to try and test him, as that is going to be an out. 1-2 count. Can Bartolo Colon get him swinging here? Can he paint the black? It's going to be what we wanted. Double play. Please. Fast. He's safe. He's safe. Mark Reynolds. He hesitated there over at first base. That should have been an inning-ending double play, but nah, Robinson Cano scores. Poor Bartolo Colon. It's all Tim Tebow and Mark Reynolds' fault, as it looks like he's going to limit the damage here. Willie Mo Pena under it, but not before the Mets go on top 1-0. Don Mattingly, our manager, is like, what the heck did I get myself into? Mark Reynolds, we need another one of your bombs right here. Outside pitch. That one might be in the moon, but I think it's going to be a little short. Yeah, definitely. Way too high. One strike to go here in the top of the second. Been a couple of dribblers, a couple of ground outs. Still looking for his first strikeout of the game. Bartolo is going to be not good at all. That was a hanger, and I think that's going to get over the fence, and that's the up. That's way gone. That was definitely a hanging changeup, as he made us pay for it. Rosario, as Bartolo Colon gives up his second run. So we were one strike away getting out of this inning, but nope. In a predicament here, 3-1 count. It walked the batter with 2 outs. He stole second. The running scoring position with Robinson Cano up. It's not hang one to him, as this should be. I say should be out 3. Just kidding. Mark Reynolds is slow. This is going to be it, Bartolo. I know it. The curveball with the slider. Oh, nice contact from Robinson Cano. Another slider again. Low and outside. Paint the black. Wow. It's going to hold up at third base. But man, this was so close to being a scoreless inning. Bartolo, we need this one. 3-2 count. Low and inside fastball. Paint that black. Gonna be paint the black. Only 89 miles per hour, but thank God we got out of that inning. Only allowing the home run. Is only 2-0. Willie Mo Pena, that's going to be our first hit of the ball game. Willie Mo having a good spring training thus far. Chris Davis with an absolute pissed missile over the center field wall, as the power hitters that we have signed to this team are known for striking out for 200 plus times a season. But that's what they're good for right there, tying up ball games with 2-run bombs. 450-foot mammoth shot for Chris Davis to notch things up here. Ryan Howard with the laser. That one might get out too. Ryan Howard gives us the lead. Let's go. Ryan Howard, what a spring training from this guy. The solo home run, 423-footer, second home run of the second inning, dude. These power hitters that we do have are showing out at least. Maybe not getting a lot of hits, but getting home runs when they need to give us the lead here. A 3-run bottom of the second inning off of the Mets ace pitcher gives us the freaking lead. Another missile. Ryan Howard having an incredible spring training. Bartolo looking for a scoreless top of the third. He needs one. We'll probably give him one more inning after this one. Maybe a fifth, depending on how he does, as that's going to be a liner, but I think Grady Sizemore is going to be there, as Bartolo Colon finally with the scoreless inning. Seems like the longer this man pitches, the better he gets. Mr. Ageless. That's Bartolo Colon. 1-2 count here. See if we can get the out inside. But I think I might actually let him go a fifth inning. If no runs are allowed here in the bottom of the fourth, I think we're going to let Bartolo go a fifth inning. This pitch, it's a change-up. We missed our spot, and it looks like it's going to be an extra base hit. So maybe I spoke a little bit too soon. It looks like I have to hit our cutoff man here. Throw the ball, Grady. That's going to be a little ground to second base. Russell Wilson with the out, as there is a runner on third base, a tying run at that. Full count here. Come on, Bartolo. That slider, outside, paint. Oh, just missed. Come on, Blue. Give it to him. He's Bartolo Colon. Come on now. We need one last out, Mr. Bartolo. And it's Robinson Cano, arguably their best hitter. The slider, outside. That's a missile. That's a goddamn missile. That's going to be off the wall. Unbelievable. I thought he hit his spot too. As with that, it looks like they're going to take the lead 4-3. 2 outs. All this was done with 2 outs. Can somebody tell me why Homer Bailey is still in my bullpen? So much crazy stuff is happening. I mean, didn't we see that he was claimed off waivers? I mean, I don't know. But I'm not going to ask questions, I guess. This is going to be his last batter. He has no energy whatsoever. As that might get down foul, slicing. Come on, Bartolo. Give us one more good pitch here. And that one, oh, unbelievable. Ungoddamn believable. Probably shouldn't have left him in for these last few batters anyway. So with that, Bartolo's going to give up 5 runs in 3 2/3 inning. Not the greatest of performances, but got a little unlucky here. As we're going to bring in Matt Bush. Give him a little bit of action here. Full count. Let's get out of this inning before they do anything else. It's going to be a little pop-up. Mark Reynolds should make the catch. He does in the nightmarish top of the 4th. In comes Homer Bailey, the man that somehow is still magically on our freaking team. Lead-off single. Now Jonas has sped us up the bat. We need a double play right here. Nope. Just a little bit too far in, weren't we? Now they have runners on first and second with no outs. This is not good. Dude, unbelievable. Actually, ungoddamn believable. So with that, bases are loaded with no outs. Homer Bailey. Honest to God, kind of wish now at this point he would have been claimed off of waivers. Full count, bases loaded. Pitch, ball 4. We just walked in a freaking run. We need this bad, dudes. We need this bad. The splitter. It's going to be, oh, it's going to bloop in. It's going to freaking bloop in. And, yep, this is about to be a bases clear and double. Oh, anybody else want to throw up? 'Cause I know I do. I mean, the game's freaking over now. Homer effing Bailey. Get off my team, dude. Just like that, dude. Homer Bailey's out. Screw him. Not good at all. What's happened to our team? That's a home run. It's about to be 11-3. 11-3. And we have guys jumping to the opposite side of the ball after it's landed out of the stadium. And out. I've never seen one of these before in my life. Tim Tebow launches one out of the stadium for the first time this spring. And maybe, just maybe, we have some life. Ryan Howard, no way, we just went back-to-back. For the first time in this season, this series, we go back-to-back. Oh my, Tim Tebow and Ryan Howard, and we still have life here in Florida. Ryan's second home run of the season, 440 foot. I mean, we need 6 more in a row to tie the game up, but at least this has been an exciting bottom of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 8th, looking to start a rally with Johnny Manziel here. Outside pitch. We lead this inning off with a base runner on a walk. Nice eye from Johnny. Full count to Mark Reynolds. This one's going to be low for a ball. 2 base runners on to start the bottom of the 8th inning. That's very high. That's very, 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 very high. As we do tag up. Get a runner on third base. With 1 out. We need to get something here. Another full count here to Christopher. Come on, give me something I can hit here. That's a ball. Bases loaded with 3 walks in this inning. And guess who's up? Mr. Timothy. Nerves are beginning to settle in here. Outside. That's hit pretty far. That's pretty freaking far. Come on. Get out. Get out. Boom! What the heck? Okay, so that's a little unfortunate. I think we are going to get this runner home. That's going to be a 2 RBI double for Tim Tebow. That was almost a grand slam. There's some crazy stuff was happening on the base pass. But I'll take it. Tim Tebow having a huge game. Perfect man up. Ryan Howard. This ball is a laser. That's going to be a runner scored. Guys, we now have the tying run at the plate. Kyler Murray. I don't know if he has what it takes. I'll take a single. I'll take anything here. Full count. It's got to be something I can hit. It's going to be pulled. He's going to drop it. That's clutch. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate that Ryan Howard's extremely slow. We did drive in a run right there, so now it's a 2-run ball game. Come on, Mr. Panda. Right down the middle, and he's going to pop up. Oh, hey, at least we did get some runs back here. There we freaking are, my good old buddy, old pal. Hayden Roberts with the strikeout to keep it to a 2-run ball game in the bottom of the 9th. In this bottom of the 9th, we're actually going to see how big our hearts actually are. Oh, God, Edwin Diaz. 5 games in spring training, 5 innings, 5 saves. No runs allowed. He's been perfect. Grady Sizemore, we need you right here, buddy. That's a ball. We have the tying run now at the plate. Johnny, the only thing we don't need is a double play. I beg you, just don't hit into a double play. That's going to be, I think it's going to pop out. It's not going to be deep enough. He's trailing. He's going back. Warning track power. Oh, I tried to check my swing, dude. Mark with the strikeout. That's a little unfortunate, isn't it? All comes down to Mr. Willie Mo Pena. 1-2 count. The nerves are starting to strike. Can we be clutch? With the heart of a lion here. It's going to be a pass ball, so nothing too crazy. Runner will get to second base. Ball 3. It's a full count. If we get on base here, Chris Davis will come up to hit and be the potential walk-off run. I am scared. 3-2 count. Right in the middle. That's far. I think it's a little bit too high, though. It's far. It's extremely far. Don't you dare camp underneath this. It's going to be home run! No way! Willie Mo Pena down to our last breath. Our last strike. Notches things up. 11-0 in the bottom of the 9th inning. What a mammoth. What a mammoth Willie Mo Pena is. Oh, my heart is dying. I cannot believe we actually did that. We came back from down 6 in the last 2 innings. Now Chris Davis could be the walk-off here. That's going to be strike 3. We're going to freaking extras. One more good one. That's easy money. Chris Davis, be precise with it. The heart of a lion. This team needs 1 run. And we come back from 11-5 deficit. A single here will win it. Kyler Murray, can you be clutch in your first year as a pro baseball player? I think that's going to get down. Honest to God, think that has a chance to get down? No. First baseman with some decent range. So close. I think... I thought that was going more towards over the second baseman. Or over the second base, that is. And with that, going to an 11th inning, Hayden's going to go 1 more inning. Look at it. We have guys in perfect position. Mark Reynolds, nice catch. Let's make it out. Number 3 right here. Easy money. Easy money. Get hype. Time for your rejects to come out of here with a big dub. A big comeback dub. 3-1 count though to Johnny Manziel. This one's going to be... That's yacked. That's freaking yacked. Dog, please. Please. There's no way. Bro, I thought that was at least 700 foot. That didn't even get to the warning track. Come on, Mark Reynolds. I need you here one more time, buddy. Big man. We need 1 more laser shot. Hit that Bowman sign out there on the 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Swing and a freaking miss. In comes Mr. Jake Peavy. First time we're going to see him this season. 1-2 count to Wilson Rosario. It's going to be not good at all. That's going to be a gapper. That's going to be a double. And just like that, they're going to have the tying run. They're going to have the go-ahead run. Bro! What just freaking happened? Yep, there goes the freaking game. Just like that, man. A travesty in the outfield. I don't know what happened. But just like that, the Mets now lead in the top of the 12th inning.
Come on.
Oh, a laser to first base. We limit the damage, but can we actually come back one more time? We've already done the miraculous this game. We've already done the impossible this game. Can we do it one more time? The heart of our lineup coming up. Pena, Davis, Tebow. We need 1 more jack here. Down to our last strike. 1-2 count. Willie Mo did it earlier. Curveball. It's going to be a laser. It's going to be an extra base hit. That's what we needed, Mr. Tebow. So now, a single could tie the game up again. Clutch hitting here from your rejects. Who's up next? I think it's Kyler Murray. And I don't really feel confident with that. No, it's Rocco Baldelli. First time we've seen him this season. Full count to Mr. Rocco. We need a single, brother. I think that's a single. Run, Tebow. No. Go back. That could be out. I want to puke my guts up. I want to puke my guts up. I want to puke out every intestine in my body. There's no way that game ends like that. Yeah, throw up. Throw up's what I want to come out of my body. We lose on that, bro. How does that freaking happen? That's gonna sting, boys. As what we're gonna do now is we're gonna sim through the date and see we are gonna be so bad this season as we end spring training 8-20. Looking at how our players did this spring. Grady Sizemore barely batted over 200. Didn't even hit a home run. Only 3 RBIs. Johnny Manziel batted .215 with 2 RBIs and 1 home run. Mark Reynolds, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs, but batted .240. That's what we expected. Willie Mo Pena with 11 home runs in only 1 month of baseball. Now that is mental. He did bat .250, but 23 RBIs, so he's definitely got to start for us. Chris Davis batted just over 200 with 6 home runs, 11 RBIs. Tim Tebow batted .183 with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. Ryan Howard, .243 home runs, 7 RBIs. Russell Wilson, .123 with only 3 RBIs. And Pablo Sandoval, .213 with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. On the bench, Rocco Baldelli batted .222. Kyler Murray, .241. Jeff Francoeur, .074. I don't even know who this guy is, but he batted .185. Rick Ankiel, .129. And this guy batted .200. So the highest batting average on our team for spring training went to Willie Mo Pena. And he also hit 11 home runs. What a freaking guy. So there are going to be a couple of different positional battles, but I'll let you guys know what they are in the description box below. There'll be a bunch of different polls, and we'll see who you guys want to play and start at particular positions when it comes to opening day, which will be next episode. And also, of course, we have to look at the pitching rotation. So Tim Lincecum, 0-3 with a 6.35 ERA. Bartolo Colon had 2 wins, 2 losses with a 6 ERA. Dice K with the best ERA thus far, 3.94. Only 1 win, but 3 losses. Mark Pryor with a 7.45 ERA and went 1 win, 4 losses. Dontrell Willis, I mean, compared to everybody else, he was okay. His ERA was under 5 with a 1 win to 3 loss ratio. In the bullpen, Clay Buchholz was incredible. 3 wins, no losses, 2.25 ERA. Kayron Guerrero was okay, sub 4. Dinesh Patel, an 8.16 ERA. Daniel Bard, 5.63 ERA, which is good compared to everybody else. Matt Bush, under 5 with 4.73. Riku Singh, hey, he did much better than his counterpart. Had a 4.3 ERA. Hayden Roberts, my boy, look at that. Look at the man. A 1.17 ERA. What a guy. What a man. What a legend. Homer Bailey with a 24 ERA. Dog, I wish you would have got claimed off of waivers. And Jake Peavy did pretty good as well as the closer with a 3.38 ERA. But man, our best ERA actually went to my boy, Hayden. But God, dude, this team is not good at all. I was going to say Homer Bailey could have a chance to be in the starting rotation, but compare how he did to everybody else, dog, he was awful. And Clay Buchholz, he's good too, but his stamina is a little bit too low to be a starter, but that's all up to you guys in the comment section below. I do want to go last thing and check out to see Willie Mo Pena led the entire league for spring training home runs with 11. But guys, as you see this season, if this is anything to judge it by, is going to be a struggle. So hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode of the Rejects MLB The Show 19 franchise series. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, make sure to take part in the polls in the description box below, and also let me know who you want your tryout player to be for next episode. One with the most thumbs up will be the one that does get picked for next episode. But I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless and peace.